Welcome back to my walk. We're still in replacing videos that either just disappeared or didn't upload correctly to YouTube or was missing audio. And Deuteronomy was the one book that I had completed, and yeah, there was only 4 of them in YouTube. And I know I had uploaded all of them because I checked it to make sure that they were all there. And it was there, and they're gone. So bear with me as I take several chapters at a time. Um, Even in the later books, I've gone ahead and started doing 2 to 3. Wait, I'm going to probably do 4 this time because this is putting me behind. With what I was doing because I was in 2nd Samuel and I was about halfway through it when I discovered videos were missing and audio was missing, and I have quite a list of makeup to do to fix it. Okay, so let's pray. Holy Spirit, you are welcome here. We thank you for all you do for us. We thank you for opening up our spiritual eyes and our ears, our minds, and our heart to you, that we get to receive your word, our daily bread. Thank you for forgiving us of all of our sins, past, present, future, known, unknown, intentional, unintentional, and transgressions, in the holy and mighty name of King Jesus. Amen. Okay, before I start reading, let me just say, if these are too long for you, I suggest watch them on a laptop or on a computer and pause it. Pause it when you need to go do something and you can't listen, or put in a headset and listen on your phone. This is what I do. Some of the videos that I watch, some of the pastors and prophets that I watch, they get up to an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours or more, especially when it's a church service. And sometimes I bypass the praise and worship and like the notifications and all of that and just get to the meat of it. Well, this is a little different because from the time I start reading to the time I stop reading, it's meat. And we want the meat. Okay? So bear with me. I am reading a little faster because this is still pretty fresh in my mind because I did just read this for y'all. And now I'm getting to repeat it. So we are in Deuteronomy chapter 12, statutes and judgments. And these are the statutes and judgments which you will observe to do in the land which the Lord your God of your fathers gives to you to possess it all the days that you live upon the earth, and you will utterly destroy all the places which the nations that you possess serve their gods, upon the high mountains, upon the hills, and under every green tree. And you will demolish their altars, break their pillars, burn their groves with fire, and will chop down the graven images of their little g gods and destroy their names from that place. Excuse me. And you will not do so to the Lord your God, but to the place which the Lord your God will choose out of all of your tribes to put his name there, and you will seek his dwelling place, and there you will come, and there you will bring your burnt offerings, your sacrifices, your tithes, heave offerings of your hand, your own or your vows, and your freewill offerings, and your firstlings of your herds and of your flocks. And there you will eat before the Lord your God, and you will rejoice in all that you put your hand to, you and your household, in which the Lord your God has blessed you, and you will not do after all the things that we are doing Hear this day, each man doing whatever is right in his own eyes, for you have not as yet come to the rest and to the inheritance which the Lord your God is giving you. But when you go over the Jordan and you live in the land which the Lord your God gives you to inherit, and when he gives you rest from your enemies all around, so that you dwell in safety, then it will be that the place which the Lord your God will choose to cause his name to dwell there you will bring all that I command you, your burnt offerings, your sacrifices, your tithes, your heave offerings of your hand, and all your choice vows which you vow to the Lord, and you will rejoice before the Lord your God. You, your sons, your daughters, your manservant, your maidservant, the Levite that is within your gate, for as much as he has no part in inheritance with you. Guard yourself that you do not offer your burnt offerings in every place that you see, but in the place which the Lord will choose in one of your tribes, there you will offer burnt offerings, and there you will do all that I command you. Nevertheless, you may kill and eat meat in all of your gates after the lust of your soul, according to the blessing of the Lord your God, which he has given you. The clean and unclean may eat of it. You may eat of it, and of the roebuck, and as of the deer, and only you will not eat the blood. You will pour it out upon the earth as water. And you may not eat within your gates the tithe of your grain, or the wine of your oil, the firstlings of your head, or your flock, or your vow which you vow, and the freewill offerings, the heave offerings of your hand. But you must eat them before the Lord your God in the place which the Lord your God will choose. You, your son, your daughter, your manservant, your maidservant, the Levite who is within your gates, and you will rejoice before the Lord your God in all that you put your hands to. Watch out for yourself, so that you do not forsake the Levite as long as you live on your land. And when the Lord your God enlarges your border as he has promised you, and you say, I shall eat meat, because your soul longs to eat meat, you may eat meat after all the lust of your body. And if the place which the Lord your God has chosen to put his name is too far from you, then you will kill of your herd and of your flock which the Lord has given you, as I have commanded you, and you will eat in your gates after all the lust of your body, even as the roebuck and the deer are eaten, so that you will eat them, the unclean and the clean alike you will eat. Only be sure that you do not eat the blood, for the blood is the life, and you may not eat the life with the flesh. And you will not eat it. You will pour it upon the earth as water, and you will not eat it, so it may go well with you and with your children after you. And when you do what is right in the sight of the Lord, only your holy things which you have and your vows you will take, and go to the place which the Lord will choose, and you will offer your burnt offerings, the flesh and the blood, upon the altar of the Lord your God, and the blood of your sacrifices will be poured out upon the altar of the Lord your God, and you will eat the meat. Be careful to listen to all these words which I command you, so that it may go well with you and with your children after you forever, when you do what is good and right in the sight of the Lord your God. And when the Lord your God will cut off the nations from before you, where you go to possess them, and you succeed them, and live in the land. Watch out for yourselves, so that you are not trapped by following them after they are destroyed from before you, and that you do not inquire after their gods, saying, How do these nations serve these gods? Even so I shall do like them. You will not do so to the Lord your God, for it is an abomination to the Lord, which he hates. And have they done to their gods, for they have even burned their sons and their daughters in fire to other gods. So these demonic gods require blood of children, and they do very, very inappropriate acts with children. The demonic lives on them. And so we need to make sure that we have no idols before him. Movies, music, TV, phones, going to the bar, addictions. Anything we put before him is an idol. And we don't want to do that. We really don't want to do that. Whatever I command you, be careful to do. You will not add to it or take from it. Trust me, I'm not judging. I've had my own idols. My daughter was my idol for a long time, and I didn't even realize it. If you want to make sure you're clean and clear, ask him, show me. Show me what I've put before you. Show me my idols and help me get rid of it, and he will do that. Warning of the testing. And if a prophet or a dreamer of dreams arises among you and gives you sign or a wonder, and the sign or the wonder comes to pass, which he spoke to you, saying, let us go after other gods which you have not known, let us serve them. You will not listen to these words of the prophet or that the dreamer of dreams, for the Lord your God does test you. He does test you. He tests us still, to know whether you love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your being, and you will walk after the Lord your God, and you will revere him and keep his commandments and obey his voice. You will serve him and you will cleave to him, and that prophet or that dreamer of dreams will be put to death, because he has spoken to turn you away from the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt and redeemed you out of the house of bondage, to thrust you out of the way which the Lord your God commanded you to walk in, so that you will put the bad away from your midst. If your brother, the son of your mother, or your son, or your daughter, or your wife of your bosom, or your friend that is as your own being entices you, secretly saying, let us go and serve other gods, which you and your fathers have not known, of the gods of the peoples that are around you, near you, or far from you, from one end of the earth even to the other end of the earth, you will not agree with them, nor listen to them, neither will your eye pity them, nor will you spare, nor will you conceal him, but you will surely kill him. Your hand will be the first upon him to put him to death, and afterwards the hand of all the people, and you will stone them with stones. So he dies, because he has sought to thrust you away from the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage. And all Israel will hear and be in awe, and will no longer do any such wickedness as this in your midst. And if you will hear in one of your cities, which the Lord your God has given you to live there, saying, men, wicked fellows, have gone out from your midst, and have taken the inhabitants of the city, let us go and serve other gods, which you have not known. You will inquire and search and ask diligently, and behold, if it is true and it is certain that such an abomination is done in your midst, you will surely strike the inhabitants of the city with the edge of the sword, destroying it utterly, and all that is in it, and its animals, and the edge of this with the edge of the sword. And you will gather all its spoils into the middle of its street, and will burn entirely the city and all its spoils, with the fire of the Lord your God, and it will be a heap forever, and it will not be built again, and none of the cursed things will cling to your hand, so that the Lord will turn from the fierceness of his anger to show you compassion, and have compassion upon you, and multiply you, as he has sworn to your fathers, when you listen to the voice of the Lord your God, to keep all of his commandments, which I command you this day, to do what is right in the eyes of the Lord your God. That concludes chapter 13. Chapter 14. Do not copy heathen practices. You are the children of the Lord your God, and you will not cut yourselves, and you will not make any baldness between your eyes for the dead. For you are a holy people to the Lord your God, and the Lord has chosen you to be a peculiar people to himself above all the peoples that are on the earth. And you will not eat any abominable thing, and these are the animals which you will eat: the ox, the sheep, the goat, the deer, the roebuck, the fallow deer, the goat, the antelope, the wild ox, and the chimois, and every animal that parts the hoof, splits the hoof into two halves, and chews the cud among the animals that you will eat. Nevertheless, you will not eat of those that chew the cud, and those that divide the cloven hoof, the camel, the hare, the rock, the badger, for they chew the cud, but do not divide the hoof, and they are unclean to you. And the swine, because it divides the hoof, but it does not chew the cud, it is unclean to you. And you will not eat of their flesh, nor touch their dead carcasses. These you will eat that are all in the waters, and you will eat all that have fins and scales, and whatever does not have fins and scales you may not eat. It is unclean for you. You will eat all clean birds. These are they which you will not eat: the eagle, the bearded vulture, the osprey, the vulture, the kite, the falcon after its kind, every raven after its kind, the owl, the night hawk, the tern, the hawk after its kind, the owl, the great owl, the swan, the pelican, the Egyptian vulture, the cormorant, the stork, the heron after its kind, and the lapwing and bat. And every creeping thing that flies is unclean to you. They will not be eaten, and you may eat all clean fowls, and you may not eat anything that dies of itself, and you will give it to the stranger that is in your gates, so that he may eat it, and you may sell it to an alien. For you are a holy people to the Lord your God, and you will not boil a kid in its mother's milk. Tithe. And you will truly tithe all the increase of your seed in the field that brings forth year by year, and you will eat before the Lord your God in the place which he will choose to place his name there, in the tithe of your grain, your oil, the firstlings of your herds and of your flocks, so that you can learn to revere the Lord your God always. And if the distance is too far for you, so that you are not able to carry it, or if the place which the Lord your God will choose to set his name there is too far from you, when the Lord your God has blessed you, then you will turn it into money, and you will bind up the money in your hand, and you will go to the place which the Lord your God will choose, and you will give that money for whatever your body wants, for oxen, for sheep, for wine, for strong drink, for whatever your inner being asks of you, and you will eat therefore before the Lord your God, and you will rejoice, you, your household, and the Levite that is within your gates, and you will not forsake him, for he has no part of your inheritance, or your inheritance with you. And at the end of the 3 years you will bring forth all the tithe of your increase the same year, and will lay it up within your gates. And the Levite, because he has no part or inheritance with you. The stranger, the fatherless, the widow, who are within your gates will come and will eat and will be satisfied. So the Lord your God will bless you in all your work of the hand which you do. That concludes chapter 14. Chapter 15. Release every 7th year. And at the end of 7 years, you will make a release, and this is the manner of the release. Every creditor who lends to his neighbor will release it. He will not ask for it of his neighbor or of his brother, because a release has been proclaimed to the Lord. You may demand it from the foreigner, but your hand will release that which is yours with your brother. But there will be no poor among you, for the Lord will greatly bless you in the land which the Lord your God gives for you for an inheritance to possess it. Only if you carefully listen to the voice of the Lord your God to guard to do all of these commandments, which I command you this day. For the Lord your God blesses you, and he has promised you, and you will lend to many nations, and you will not borrow, and you will reign over many nations, but they will not reign over you. If there is a poor man with you, one of your brothers, within any of your gates in your land which the Lord your God gives you, you will not harden your heart or shut your hand from your poor brother, but you will open your hand wide to him and will surely lend him sufficient for his need, for that which he lacks. Beware that there is a wicked thought in your heart, saying, the 7th year, the year of release, is at hand, and your eye is evil against your poor brother, and you give him nothing, and he cries to the Lord against you. Then it is a sin for you, and you will surely give to him your heart, and you will not be grieved when you give to him. Because of this, the Lord your God will bless you in all of your works and in all that you put your hand to. For the poor will never cease out of the land. Therefore I command you, saying, you will open your hand wide to your brother, to the poor, to your needy in your land. Bond servant release. And if your brother and a Hebrew man or a Hebrew woman is sold to you, he will serve you 6 years, and in the 7th year you will let him go free from you. And when you send him out free from you, you will not let him go away empty. You will furnish him liberally from your flock, from your threshing floor, and from your winepress, and you will give to him from that which the Lord your God has blessed you, and you will remember that you were a bondman in the land of Egypt, and your God redeemed you. Therefore I command you this day, it will be, if he says to you, I shall not go away from you, because he loves you and your house, because he is well with you, then you will take an awl and thrust it through his ear to the door, and he will be your servant forever. And you will also do likewise for your maidservant, and it will not seem hard to you when you send him away free from you. For to the double of the hire of the hireling has he served you 6 years, and the Lord your God will bless you in all that you do, firstborn of herd of and flock, in all the firstling males that come from your herd and your flock, and you will sanctify the Lord your God, and you will do no work with the firstling of your ox, and shear the firstling of your sheep, and you will eat before the Lord your God year by year in the place which the Lord will choose, you and your household. And if there is any blemish in it, as if it is lame, blind, or has any ill blemish, you will not sacrifice it to the Lord your God. You will eat it within your gates. The unclean and the clean all will eat alike, like the roebuck and the deer. Only you will not eat the blood. You will pour it out on the ground like water. That concludes chapter 15, chapter 16. This is the last one for now. Passover. Observe the month of Aviv and keep the Passover of the Lord your God. For the month of Aviv, the Lord your God brought you out of the land of Egypt by night. Therefore you will sacrifice the Passover of the Lord your God from the flock of the herd in the place which the Lord will choose to place his name. There you will eat no leavened bread with it. Feast of unleavened bread, and you will eat unleavened bread and the bread of affliction for 7 days, for you came out of the land of Egypt in haste. So you will remember the day when you came out of the land of Egypt all the days of your life, and there will be no leavened bread seen with you or in your entire border 7 days. Neither will anything of meat which you sacrificed the first day at evening remain all night until morning. You may not sacrifice the Passover within any of your gates, which the Lord your God gives you, but at the place which the Lord your God will choose to place his name, there you will sacrifice the Passover offering at evening, at the going down of the sun, at the season that you came out of Egypt. And you will roast and eat in the place which the Lord your God will choose, and you will turn in the morning and go to your tents. 6 days you will eat unleavened bread, and on the 7th day will be a solemn assembly to the Lord your God, and you will do no work in it. Feasts of weeks. And you will remember 7 weeks for yourselves. Begin to number the 7 weeks from such times as you begin to put the sickle to the grain, and you will keep the feast of weeks, Shavuot, to the Lord your God, with a tribute of a free will offering of your hand, and you will give to the Lord your God according to as the Lord your God has blessed you, and you will rejoice before the Lord your God, you, your son, your daughter, your manservant, your maidservant, the Levite that is within your gates, the stranger, the fatherless, the widow that are in your midst, in the place which the Lord your God has chosen to place his name there. And you will remember that you were a bondman of Egypt, and you will observe and do these statutes. Feasts of Booths, and you will observe the Feast of Booths, Sukkot, 7 days after you have gathered in from your threshing floor and from your winepress, and you will rejoice in your feast, you, your son, your daughter, your manservant, your maidservant, the Levite that is with you, the stranger that which is in your gates, the fatherless, the widow who are within your gates. And you will keep a solemn feast to the Lord your God for 7 days, and in the place which the Lord will choose, because the Lord your God will bless you in all your increase, in all your works in your hands. Therefore you will surely rejoice. 3 feasts mandatory each year. And 3 times in a year all your males will appear before the Lord your God in the place which he will choose during the feast of unleavened bread, and in the feast of weeks, and in the feast of Sukkot. And they will not appear before the Lord empty. Each man will give as he is able, according to the blessing of the Lord your God, which he has given you. Shoftim, judges and officers. And you will appoint judges and officers for yourself in all your gates, which the Lord your God gives you throughout your tribes, and they will judge the people with just judgment, and you will not twist judgment. You will not respect persons or take gifts, for a gift blinds the eyes of the wise and perverts the words of the righteous, and you will follow that which is altogether just, as you can live and inherit the land which the Lord your God has given you. And you will not plant for yourselves a grove of any trees near the altar of the Lord your God, and which you will make for yourself, and neither will you set up for yourselves a pillar which the Lord your God hates. That concludes chapter 16. I will see you in the next segment. I call you the head and not the tail, above and not beneath, highly blessed and highly favored of the Lord.